Do you tweet, blog, use iTunes or Facebook? And have you ever stopped to think what would happen to your online life if you passed away?
As Casey Joyce explains, this might sound a little morbid, but you might want to start planning for your digital afterlife. Morning, Casey.
Good morning, Jennifer. Well, have you ever stopped to think of how much of your life is online? All of your photos, all of your social media accounts, maybe your blogs, even your bank accounts, that's all gone online. But if you passed away, would your loved ones know what to do with all of that stuff? It may not be as clean cut as you think.
We did have the till death do us part, but I was hoping it would be many, many, many years down the road.
Matthew Coons never imagined he'd be burying his wife after less than 3 years of marriage. He was only 31.
That was pretty much the hardest thing I've ever been through.
Coons wasn't sure what his wife would have wanted with her online life, so he made the decision to finally close the accounts for good. He started with Facebook.
It was kind of like closing the book on that chapter of my life.
He thought he had closed the account until a hacker managed to reactivate it and started sending spam messages to her friends and family.
I was angry and it really rattled a lot of her friends. One of her friends posted, I just received spam from beyond the grave. What a great start to my day.
Coons did eventually manage to permanently deactivate the account, but as local estate attorney Tim Yeaglin explains, technology is changing the way some people are looking at death.
It just means that we have to ask more questions of our clients and that we have to not use any cookie cutter estate plans, but really delve into what they need as an individual.
Because right now there's no easy way to spell out what will happen to your online assets. Evan Carroll and John Romano literally wrote the book on the digital beyond.
Those who have been on the internet for the better part of their life, so the baby boomers are starting to get a little older and they're starting to think about these things.
They say you don't always need a lawyer, just a little planning.
Create a fast inventory of all your real digital assets. And you can start with the most valuable things. It doesn't have to be 100% exhaustive, it doesn't have to take hours, but the most important things online that you have, make a list of them.
Include your passwords, usernames, and what you want to happen after you're gone. You can give the information to a loved one or put it somewhere safe. There are even online companies who will take care of everything for you.
It's just the planning that is the most important part, right? So whether you use a service or you do it at home with a spreadsheet or you do it just by a conversation with your spouse, no matter how you do it, just make sure that it gets done.
Coons says as hard as it was to digitally deactivate his wife's accounts, it also brought him peace.
Deleting the accounts is kind of like saying, this person is gone, time to accept it.
Now, Evan Carroll and John Romano have actually put together a really great website detailing almost anything you would want to know about planning for your digital afterlife, and we'll put a link to that on our website. They also give reviews of all those different companies that are out there, so you could find one if you wanted to. Now, if you are thinking about putting some of this in your will, one good tip that Tim Yeaglin gave me was that you should never, ever include your passwords or usernames in that will, because after you die it becomes public and those pieces of information could get out and you might not want that to happen. Aren't Jennifer?
Thanks, Casey.